In this video, I'm going to be talking about our performance of My Hero during rehearsals. This rehearsal video got interrupted at the end by a fire drill, so just to let you know, that's why it cuts off at the end. Sound checks are really important in every rehearsal, and we do them at the start of every single rehearsal that we do in college. And at 6 seconds into the video, you can hear you can see Ellis take the mic and tell us that we're going to do a sound check at that moment. Sound checks help out everybody. It doesn't just make sure that you can hear your own instrument, it makes sure that everybody can hear your instrument. There's no point in playing a whole song with me not being able to hear the guitar, because I could be out of key, I could be out of time, I might not know what we're even performing or rehearsing, which seems like a stretch, but it can happen. The most important thing to me when we're sound checking is guitar and drums, because if I can't hear the drums, the timing is going to be very out, and if I can't hear the guitar is going to be very out. It also helps for me to hear myself, so that I can tell that I'm singing in the right tuning and key, and that I'm also sounding okay. In this video, the phone that we were recording on is very close to Charlie's amp. That's why he sounds the loudest in the video, but for all of us in that small pod together, it all leveled out. 1 minute and 25 seconds into the video, you can see that we'd started rehearsing the song, and Elijah had been out of time on the drums, and he'd been like tripping up over himself on the beats that he was doing on the kick drum. So we all kind of collectively at the same time decided to stop and start again and start afresh. When you trip up once, it can mean that it knocks your confidence and you keep tripping up throughout the performance and throughout the rehearsal. So we thought it was best to just start a clean slate and start the song again. The problem here was that Elijah was getting confused on the tempo, and because this is quite a complicated song, there's a lot of kick drums in it and there's a lot of things to remember for him. He was worrying himself so much that a lot of performers do this. He was speeding up and he was going faster than he actually meant to be going. This can affect a lot of things throughout a performance. It affects Elijah's drumming. It makes him think that the song is faster than it actually is, so then he has to play faster, which overcomplicates things as well. Like I said in the video, he was overcomplicating it for himself. It also would mean that the rest of the instruments have to play faster. Everyone leads off of the bass and the drums, mostly the drums, core. The drums are what hold a piece of music together. If Elijah kept up this pace, the whole performance would have ended up just not being as good as we could perform it. 1 minute and 37 seconds in, you can see that we restart the performance. Ellis tells Elijah to count in slower, and he does so, and it mends the whole performance. There's still a few small slip-ups and little tiny timing issues, but nowhere near as much as there was before, and nowhere near as many as there would have been if he carried on playing at the pace that he was. From 1 minute and 55 seconds, you can see the performance really progress, and that thick texture begins to build. At 3 minutes and 6 seconds, you can hear me make a stylistic choice, and this is one that I think complements my voice. I don't really have a vibrato when I sing at all, unless I'm in head voice. That's usually when I get a vibrato. But instead of that, I like to do this thing where I add little runs in parts of songs. For example, instead of "while the rest of them peter out," you can hear me go "while the rest of them peter out." Them. It's only really simple, but it makes a difference, and in my opinion, it just adds a little something. It switches up the dynamics, and it gives a bit of timbre, a unique sound. At 4 minutes and 13 seconds, you can hear me go flat. The note here is supposed to be "leaving all the best." I did not do that. I was holding back, and I did not fully deliver. And at 4 minutes 22, you can see the fire alarm starts to go off. Because we were playing quite loud, we didn't recognise at first that this is what was happening. The only reason we knew is because the flash was going off on the alarm. And maybe this is a note to us to not play so loud or have our amps up so loud in case of situations like this.